So in this example, we are asked to graph the function y equals 2 cos 1/2 x plus pi over 2 plus 3 over the interval negative 4 pi to 4 pi. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into our standard form here. So I'm going to factor out the 1/2 to get 2 cos 1/2 and then in brackets x plus pi plus 3. Now that I have it in standard form, I can identify the values of these four parameters, a, b, c, and d. And then we're going to use a, b, c, and d when we do that transformation using the mapping notation. So a here is our amplitude 2. B is our vertical translation, positive 3. So meaning this is being translated up. I'll write down that a is our amplitude. Okay, this is our vertical translation. C here is 1/2. It's telling us that our period is going to be, well, it's 2 pi divided by c. So 2 pi divided by 1/2 is going to be 4 pi. And d is our phase shift here. It is negative pi. Okay, because we see a positive sign inside there. So if our phase shift is negative, that's telling us that the whole curve is being shifted to the left. Now we want to take these points and we want to use them in our mapping notation. So if we remember, our mapping notation takes a point xy and it maps it onto a point that is 1 over c x plus d, and our new y coordinate is going to be ay plus b. So we want to take points from our cosine function, and we want to take those 5 key points that we talked about earlier, and we want to transform them. So our key points for cosine are going to be our starting point, 0, 1, pi over 2, 0, pi, negative 1, and 3 pi over 2, 0, and finally, when we've gone a full period, 2 pi, it's back to 1. So you need to be able to graph these key points for both sine and cosine to be able to do these transformations. Now it's just a matter of taking our x and our y value and summing them into these equations that we have here. So we should rewrite these using the values of a, b, c, and d that we actually have. So these are going to become, let's see, 1 over c is going to become 2, so 2x minus pi, and 2y plus 3 is our mapping here. So if we sub in x equals 0, we are going to get minus pi. If we sub in 1, we get 5. Our next point is going to be 0, 3, pi 1. Let's see, 2 pi minus pi, right, pi. Our next point is going to be 2 pi 3, and finally 3 pi 5. And we want to take these points and we want to plot these, and we want to make sure we scale our axes in such a way that we're going to have enough room on this to fit 4 pi. Basically 8 complete, from negative pi up to negative 4 pi up to positive 4 pi. So a range of 8 pi in total. So if I look at these numbers, all of my x values are multiples of pi. So I'm going to scale my axis by, let's see, every box here is going to be pi over 2, so I'm going to go pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and then 4 pi. Same thing in the negatives. I'm going to go just like this, negative pi, negative 2 pi, negative 3 pi, negative 4 pi. So that's going to get me my entire range on my graph like I want. And in terms of my vertical scale, I'm just going to have each box represents 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My highest number is a 5 there, and that's all I really need. So let's go ahead and graph these points that we have just calculated here. So we have negative pi 5, we have 0, 3, we have pi 1, we have 2 pi 3, we have 3 pi 5. Okay? And that's taking us all the way through one complete cycle. So then this is going to come back down again, like that, and then let's see, we're going up. We can sort of see how this is going to repeat itself. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, over to here, and then it's going to head back up to there. So let's see, there should be, yep, that looks good. So now all we need to do is draw a nice smooth curve through this. Okay, and there's our graph. And we should kind of double check that it makes sense based on our values of A, B, C, and D. We have got, if we look at this, sort of our midline is going to run right through here. That's been shifted up 3. Our amplitude is clearly 2. We've got a period of, let's see, period going from here to here, so that's negative pi to 3 pi, so that's a period of 4 pi, just like we expect. And our phase shift here has been shifted to the left by pi, because this is our starting point right here, which is at negative pi. Okay, so looks like we've done this correctly.